It's the NFL on EA Sports, and all eyes are on Jared Goff. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Lions and the Cowboys, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Huard. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Punter Jack Fox to get this one started. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Return coming from the 6. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Cowboys and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Connects on the crosser. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. This is complete. Jalen Tolbert. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a 6-0 lead right away. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And you can see with the stats there, such a weapon for this offense to utilize week in and week out. Throwing right away here, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That is not a good omen at all. You spend so much time, Kate, on the first 15 plays, and that first play, you've rehearsed it in your head over and over as a quarterback, as an offensive line. You never, ever want to go backwards, have such a negative play, but now you got to flush it and quickly move on.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it inside the 25. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions finish off their opening drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Calling this guy a home run hitter isn't exclusive to his abilities on the ground, Brock. We both know all those traits make him a threat to take the lid off a defense as a receiver like he just did too.
No question, and he can do that on short and longer routes. All he needs is just a little bit of space, whether it's near the line on a short little dump-off or up the seam unopposed in space. Give him that inch, and he'll take it a mile.
Fox now to kick this one away. Deontay Hardy to return. He's got a lane up past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Dallas sending its offense out for the second time this game. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And he'll get it up to the 44. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They give it to him again. And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 47. Finds him on the slant. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 3rd and just 2 to go. From the gun is Prescott. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. The visitors and their running back about to get back to work. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Off play action, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. From the gun, Goff. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Punt team on the field. And his first effort, a tough one. It's going to come from the back of his own end zone. Surprisingly, had to punt 5 times in last week's win. And he sends this away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over with some excellent field position. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's gonna be 3rd and long. Dak off the play fake. And once again, they can't connect. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they're staring at 4th and long. So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. He goes right corner pocket there, but does get it to go through from deep. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
When you talk to kickers about kicking field goals of this length, they will tell you, Kate, you got to keep it a little lower and you got to drive it. But you still got to be accurate. Basically, all the pieces got to come together like they just did to hit from that distance.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Up the gut they go with Gibbs. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Goff to the air now. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Out of the shotgun, Goff. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
It'll be another punt. Jack Fox out there once again. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Now we're going to have a stoppage after that return. Looks like somebody was shaken up on the play. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Terrion Arnold in on the stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Play action, Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
Yeah, here we go. I take 20.
Prescott here from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 4th and long. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. He sends this away, and this is going to be a field flipper. And he's brought down before the return gets far. We've got a stoppage now. There was a player shaken up on that return, so we'll take a brief break as they tend to him. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Throwing is gone. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Darnell Savage brings that to an end. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap here to Goff. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. Now after the incomplete pass, we've got someone shaken up and in need of some medical attention. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. Goff on 3rd. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt team on, and they'll send this one away. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. So no return on that punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Dak now from the gun. It's caught. Ferguson. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Dak. Mechie hauls it in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st and 10, Prescott. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And now it's 3rd and short. Dak throwing again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they're left with 4th and short. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Lions will take over with a lot of field ahead of them. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion right. On 1st down, it's gone. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down by Deron Bland. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. A give to Gibbs. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Malik Hooker with the tackle. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Sending the tight end in motion left. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
First down throw from Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 36. Finds him over the middle. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. 2nd and 10 now. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. Here he is on 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Jack Fox on the punt. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And they're going to take over possession. The Cowboys offense headed out there. This winning streak has been impressive for them. 6 games now, and they lead so far here.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the 32.
From the 32. Connects with Mechie. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. First down, here's Dak. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. From the gun is Prescott. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. Their offense ready to take the field now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Goff setting to throw. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. 2nd down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And that interception has set them up beautifully inside the red zone. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. To throw, Prescott. It's taken in by Lamb. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. 2nd and 3 now.
At the Lions 8-yard line.
Here he goes on the bootleg. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. It's a 2-score game early. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Short pass brought in. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Divine Diablo there on the tackle.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. 1st and 10 from the 41. Goff. This is complete to Gibbs. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Darnell Savage brings that to an end. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the gun, Goff. Completed over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Williams coming in motion right. Quick pass, right side, complete. Give him 3 on that game. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Goff on 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Running it with David Montgomery. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. As that play comes to an end, we get a pretty quick stoppage from the officials. Players shaken up. It looks like it's David Montgomery who's being helped out and in some pain. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Rush coming for Goff. Setting up the screen. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Tackled on the play by the rookie out of Ole Miss.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and more importantly, to stop it. Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Aleem McNeil in on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
Dak now from the gun. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding. Offense.
So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, then those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock. So some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Let's start on the ground with Gibbs. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Divine Diablo there on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They go play action with Goff. Wright reels it in. And as this play winds up out of bounds, let's see what that flag is all about.
Holding. Offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Running it after the penalty. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. And it sets up 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Got Williams, and it's complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Now Goff. That's caught for the 1st. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st down throw from Goff. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That 2nd and 3rd level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
The Cowboys about set to take over. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Throwing on first is Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. A fifth defensive back into the game for the Lions. Third down coming. Prescott here from the gun. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Another carry for him. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. From the gun is Prescott. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Motion man sent left. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Gets it quickly to St. Brown. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 2nd and 3 now. From the 43. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Gibbs has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Goff to the air now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Okay, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player on that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
On 3rd and goal, Goff. And he's got it for the touchdown, but while they celebrate, back near the line, we've got a flag, Brock. In the neighborhood, we usually see holding.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Goff now, 3rd and long. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family, because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
Bates' kick is up and good. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. He stopped on the return at the 27. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. First down, here's Dak. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions take over. Not an interception by the reigning Defensive Player of the Year. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They put a receiver in motion right. From the gun, Goff. Short pass brought in. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. 2nd and 3 now. Goff back to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. It's the Lions with a 1st and 10. Goff. We put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Throwing again, it's Goff. The throw is caught. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Throwing is gone. That's one right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Bates' kick is up and good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Hardy on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. Back out runs their offense. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. 1st and 10, Prescott. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. It's caught. Ferguson. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That was a Fatu Melifonwu there to make the play. And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now the Lions calling a timeout, their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. So out now comes the punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Spins out of one stop. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Goff on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds, up at midfield. There's an injury out there after the play, and that's Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's being looked at by the medical staff. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Lays out, what a catch! A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st down, it's Goff. Able to find Wright. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 29. Hits his running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Finds him over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st. They're going to think this over before trying 3rd and 1. They take a timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Here's Goff. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
They'll go for it. Goff. He finds him beyond the marker. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. So we've hit the end of 2. The Cowboys fighting to the halftime lead here in Dallas. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And they're drawing close to halftime with the Vikings out on top. Justin Jefferson, a touchdown reception. From there, let's stay in the Midwest and head down to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Bo Nix with a touchdown throw to Cortland Sutton. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Rome Odunze, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. The Cowboys retreated to a fine first half from number 4, quarterback Dak Prescott. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Out come the Lions. They've got the first series of the 2nd half. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or 2 ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
He's going to push. He's got it deep downfield. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions cut into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions tie this game up. Fox now to kick this one away. Hardy on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The offense headed back to the field. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Tackled by Jack Campbell. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Dak now from the gun. Ferguson's got it. Complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Prescott here from the gun. Throw complete to Lamb. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Misfire there, couldn't connect.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. 1st down, here's Dak. On the move, headed right. He's running with it. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That's now the 3rd sack of the game, and I know how these defenders start to think, how many more can I tally up before this one's over? Still a bunch of game time. And this defense, well, they're feeling it.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackled by Jack Campbell. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Here's Dak. Dumps it off to his running back. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
A 39-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good, and they've taken back the lead.
He connects now for a third time, and that's the biggest of the 3 field goals he's made in this contest. Gives him the lead. Now you turn the keys over to your defense to try and protect it.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Now after that return, we've got an injured player getting some assistance as we momentarily step aside. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Hands it off, headed right. It's Vaki. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Rolling into enemy territory. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
1st and 10 from the 41. One of the tight ends motioning left. 1st down throw from Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
They motion the tight end over. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. This is hauled in by Peoples-Jones. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. From the gun, Goff. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
Well, if nothing else, that proves they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. With enough looks, eventually, one's going to connect.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. This offense ready to get going again now. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackled by Jack Campbell. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. Oh, he loses the football. Going the other way, Lions have it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Hey, a normal old stop with third down just wasn't good enough for this crew. Nope, they had to rip the ball away from them literally in an impressive and dominant play that sets their offense up for success.
The Lions offense returning to the field. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll send him over right. Throwing now, following the turnover. Finds him on the slant. And they take him down right along the 30. 2nd and 3 now. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Wright reels it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, well, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Rocky. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Lions capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions take a 4-point lead.
Cowboys 23.
Fox now to kick this one away. Hardy on the return. And look at this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Cowboys back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. Simple dive up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Dak. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a gain of 4 there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. Dak off the play fake. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag.
Still 1st down.
So after the 5 yards are marched off, here's 1st and 15. Prescott will look to throw. That's Lamb running the slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Another throw for Prescott. Pass complete to Mechie. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. It's an option to the left side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
It's 3rd down and 5.
From the gun is Prescott. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
They can't blame him for the deficit. He's been doing all he can to kick them into contention. That's now his 4th field goal. And all those kicks he's made are part of why the lead is still close.
Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Lions are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he's brought down for a loss.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Here's 2nd and 11. He gets this one to Peoples-Jones. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. So now here's 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Goff. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
1st down, Detroit.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Again, it's Gibbs. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Vaki running behind center. He's got the 1st and more inside the 25. And he has it almost to the red zone down at the 21-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action, Goff. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. Williams coming in motion right. Goff on third. And in for the Detroit touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions grow their lead to 8.
Cowboys 26.
Fox now to kick this one away. Hardy on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense making its way back out now. They have a chance to tie this game back up, but they got to get this to the end zone first on a touchdown, and then again on a 2-point try. First and 10, Prescott. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Brian Branch.
Now Dak to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. The Lions ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Goff on first and 10. Into the hands of Gibbs. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 32. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And this one does not go far. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing is gone. Pass complete to Gibbs. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. This one returned for 11 yards. And it'll be their football. They've got first down from the 31. Here's the handoff. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding, offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Handoff now out of the gun. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They give it to him again. And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down. A fifth defensive back into the game for the Lions. Third down coming. Dak now from the gun. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that brings up 4th and long. Punting unit out now. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. Fair catch called for and made. Looks like that's at the 36-yard line. Looks like play has been paused. We've got a timeout taken by the defense. On 1st down, it's Goff. This is complete to Gibbs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. And he'll advance this down to the 38 on that run. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. From the 38. You know, it's great flying through the air, bro. The problem's on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, Goff. Cut out left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st and 10 now from the 30. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Here's 2nd and 7. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
They go play action with Goff. This finds Mitchell, complete. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
You get to that money down, that 3rd down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job, not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
Bates' kick is up and good. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now this offense getting set to work here. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. 1st down, here's Dak. It's taken in by Lamb. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Connects with Mechie. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. 1st down from the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Working quickly here. Trying again following the sack. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Offense up to the line fast. The throw is caught. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys trailing by 11. So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. And this one doesn't go far. And right away, we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Vaki trying this straight ahead. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. A give left side for Gibbs. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. They'll run here following the penalty. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. The Lions readying for the punt. Jack Fox will kick it away. Starts the return at the 34. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Here he is to throw. Doesn't make the connection.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Setting up to pass. Throw complete to Lamb. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running. It's caught. Ferguson. And he crosses out of bounds, so now we're going to learn who the penalty flag is on.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Back to throw. Mechie hauls it in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running. No place to go, so he just threw it away. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here he is to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they're staring at 4th and long. To throw. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So the Lions get the win on the road. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? Or both.
All of us.
Yeah,
D, all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.